Okay, guys, so we are live. So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Grim and Perilous Master, or Grimdark Master, I guess, today, because today we were going to be carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing, where is it here? We were going to continue on with our Rogue Trader campaign. Unfortunately, we discovered that someone had implemented a update onto the Roll20 character sheet for a Rogue Trader, and it is completely unusable right now. So we made the called an audible and decided to get ourselves updated, return to Imperium Maledictum, which we had been using for the last leg of this campaign, to return to these characters. If you're joining us contemporaneous with where the last session left off, this will be fitting right in with the next session of that in the playlist. So if this has come up in the playlist at a later point, contemporaneously, we're taking what happened last session and just shifting the focus onto different characters. We're also starting a little later tonight because we were getting our characters updated in with the XP that oh my god, like just unbelievably generous GM showered players with at the end of our last session. So it was taking us forever to spend all of those points. But let me introduce you to the stars of tonight's session, and we can hear about these incredibly overpowered explorers or agents in this game now. First up, we've got James. Who are you playing tonight?
Octavia Aquare. A mini rogue trader of the family, and she's now even more devious than she was before.
Very nice.
And she can also put on small bandages and small things to keep the team alive.
Very nice, very nice. Also, her greatcoat has been fully repaired, so you're getting your +1 success level with that once again. Next up is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Noros. He is the sort of man-at-arms and bit of a bodyguard and former soldier for the Aquari family.
And that's excellent. And last, but certainly not least, is Sean.
Hey, I'm playing Icarus, the Aquari family psyker.
Yes. And we are, where this session fits as far as our last session of Imperium Maledictum is concerned, because you may be coming across this in that playlist, this takes place about 3 or so months after that event. So what's the last thing you guys recall with these characters? And I think I have some Gene Stealer illustrations if you need some reminders. Here we go.
Let's see. We had we finally cleansed the macro statue of
is that where they had the hive? Was in the macro statue?
It was indeed in the heart of the macro statue, if you will.
Yeah.
Major battle. After a couple of so-called minor skirmishes, we took on the heart of it, and causing Icarus to burn a fate point, I might add, to throw that in there for the drama of it all.
Oh, and, there was something really terrible that you faced right at the end, wasn't it?
There was. It was. It was a gene stealer, a psychic gene stealer. I'm sure there's a proper term.
And a bunch of these as well, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
Yeah.
Oh, the Magus.
Yes. Yeah, that was a near thing too.
It was. I remember making it's in the moment, it's in the trenches, but probably a mistake when I closed with it, I think. And that had shaky results. But we got through it. The Emperor was with us.
Yep.
And it was cleansed. And we probably had some closing probably had a closing interaction with a couple, 2 or 3 characters, but I'm struggling on details now. Maybe with.
I think you turn. In fairness, Icarus would have taken some significant trauma to the head in the course of that, and busted a bunch of bones as well, right?
Yes.
You guys turned over the captured Xenos to the. Oh boy, it was the regent or whatever it's called, the person in charge of footfall.
The liege, apparently.
The liege, thank you. Yes, it's in the what do you call it? Gazetteer for this is located in Lure of the Expanse. You also had in contact with Lord Captain Quinilia Quare. You guys had coordinated some further activities that we did off screen too in the main campaign. And here you go, guys. This is some of the undertakings. Oops, that's the picture. That's not what I'm looking for. You have been sabotaging the efforts of House Fell over the course of this. So you guys have been really striking at their assets. And you have been increasing the influence with House Armelon. That was with, I think, your good friend, Lord Captain Jerry, refers to her as the bitch.
Yeah.
So
they hit a nerve.
They don't seem to get along. No, they definitely do not. Let me see if I can. I'm certain I've got a. Try making a handout here instead of a character. There we go. I've got an illustration. So you have been making friends with them. What do you guys recall having happened? Now, this will be filling James in on this. But what do you guys recall having happened last time in Rogue Trader?
The big news was about the finding out. I'm pretty sure it was the session we found out about the auction. I think we found out about it through the Lord Captain Jerry. We found out about the 7 witches. 7 witches having a foretelling auction, and they are apparently serious business. They are widely believed to know what they're doing, and we we had recently made the acquaintance of the Madame Charlebel, whose family was on hard times, and we were making acquaintances and getting along fine. She had made a recommendation to us about those fighters that offered their services.
Oh, the Kroot. Yeah.
The Kroot.
Yeah.
We had some Kroot conversation, as you do at dinners. And
I see that you have cannibal aliens amongst your lot. How do you find them?
Exactly.
Good, quite good.
And did they try to taste you? No. Okay, good.
Not more than once.
Right. So we're probably going to be about to be in. I think we were on pretty good footing there, but we might be about to get on her annoyed side, since we have now thrown our lot in. I mean, it all happened very quickly. We weren't even really. Something was going on because there were so many Rogue Trader ships about. So something was up.
Yeah.
But suddenly, we find out. Okay, so we weren't familiar with these witches, and so we found out about the witches, and we find out they're having an auction. And then, suddenly, Jerry springs her pitch, and we're it's fine, but I'm sure Charlebel will not be thrilled. But
it might have been Jerry who told you in the first place, because you didn't know about it until when you met with Charlebel before.
No, agreed. Yeah. I mean, Jerry had the whole bowl of the whole schmaholi, and then pitched us too.
Yeah.
And said, "So, what do you think?" And so we went in with her on it, and Well, I guess we're going to have our own. We both have to win the auction, is my understanding.
You
but
both
then
have to
we
win a
will-
place. Yeah, you have to both win the auction
Right.
to have a place at the foretelling.
Yeah, and then the plan is to be teammates, I
Yeah.
believe. And so we were debating on what to offer because you have to have a unique item, and so we were going to do the Aquila, the data Aquila, the artifact, I believe.
Yeah, that was the thing you guys had identified as one of the like unique things. You talked.
Yeah.
Jerry wouldn't share what she is sharing, but you did hear there was another captain or rogue trader captain, and the scuttlebutt was that he was. Do you remember what his particular? Yeah, it was Croc and Feckward, I believe. Is the guy you heard about, because that is a hard name to forget. At least when you hear it. Right here. Is he the one who's doing that? Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, it's Croc and Feckward. Let me show you Crocken as well. Lord Captain Crocken Feckward. There you go. There you are, guys. What do you think? Boom. Does that ring a bell as to what his offering is suspected to be? It led to perhaps one of the darkest suggestions that Dave has made for one of his characters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's a slave trader.
He is a slave trader, yes.
And
Right.
if we kill the slaves, that'd be quite a move.
Yep.
That's sort of Dave's. I can't remember his name. What is Dave's character's name?
Let's see. I can't remember off.
Zarkov? No.
Oh,
No, not Zarkov.
Zarkov is the guy who helps Flash Gordon.
Oh, shoot.
Right.
But I know he's the seneschal in any event.
Seneschal, it's his
yeah.
role. So that's kind of his role.
Yeah.
He's got to throw some dark stuff out there just so we can think about it.
Absolutely. It seems that Lord Captain Feckward has brought 10,000 slaves as what they assume is going to be his offering at the thing. So there was talk among the crew of what, or the command crew at least, of what thing that might be suitably unique and valuable. And I think to be able to offer for this, what you have heard, I think, Lady Octavia, from the others, or from Ignatius and from Quinili, is that the thought was this Aquila that was brought back, this Aquila Nemolith that was brought back from the Righteous Path. Something that had traveled all across the Cronus Expanse and had a bunch of navigation data in it. The thought was that would be a suitable gift, and there was also the potential of somehow taking some of the hull of the ship out, where the Eldar stuff was.
Yeah, we weren't too sure on that, but
because that
was a
would
thought.
that would change potentially the ship's special power, right?
Potentially, and who knows what it's going to do to the ghosts that seem to inhabit it.
We
yeah,
can tell that Regius wasn't there during that session.
it was
So-
just a thought.
I think for today's session, here's what we're going to assume. And for those listening at home, again, we didn't expect to be playing Imperium Maledictum again. So this is going to be a bit of these characters being called into service for the house. So we're role-playing out what is very much happening in person. Lady Octavia, the charge has come down to you that this is a task that the house must meet. So if you have ideas for how you might acquire such a unique thing, you were to put your team to it. Ignatius will certainly be doing that with his team as well, and as will the command. But yeah, so this is sort of what we can maybe assume. Lady Octavia, would there be anything that you would add to the briefing while meeting with Noros and Icarus?
I wonder, is this... What other options do we have? Have we heard any rumors of anything fantastical that we could track down, or are we limited to pillaging the ship?
With the amount of people that are here in system, there is likely to be a lot of rumors going around about what these others have brought. There was something else as well. You guys have or at least Ignatius has a tentative, not necessarily alliance, but they have come to your aid at one point, the Twilight Swords, that one faction of that. We did talk last time a little bit about the Crow Spirits as well.
Yeah.
Who have
Crow
seen
Spirits.
Seemingly lurking around as well, who are
to maybe
much...
meet with Twilight Swords about the Crow.
Oh, yeah, so you certainly could do that, because you guys do have at least a some good relationship, or at least some contact with the Twilight Swords.
Yeah.
It's also worth discussing what you may wish to do about the ship as well. There's a lot of busy work that effectively, information gathering that that Octavia and her crew could do. It's also worth noting that there are a couple other ships here, and I don't know if you've identified who the other captains are, at least not in detail, or made contact with the other captains.
Yep.
If you assume they are more in the know than what you guys were as far as arriving here, that's something else you could pursue. So what do you guys... Oh, I hate to bring us away from the macro statue.
Indeed.
But perhaps because you guys are discussing this in the Aquare stronghold in Footfall, perhaps this would be a more appropriate backdrop.
I'm also remembering that Alisander didn't quite get the plasma pistol he was dreaming of. I remember that happened.
I remember that. There was a bit of a shopping snafu.
I did manage to get a best quality power sword, though.
Yes. And I couldn't find. I traded our. What's the resource called again? Your
influence.
Wealth, not your wealth.
Influence.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No. It's not influence. It's
profit factor.
Profit factor. Yeah, we might have lost a little bit of profit factor.
Yeah.
In my effort to find that gun.
Yeah. Hey, you want to know some good news? Because I have impulse control as far as this game is concerned. I've already printed off the Imperium Maledictum,
nice.
the Inquisitor player's guide. And Jeff, there's a weapon in here that's even better than the plasma pistol, because there's a graviton gun in here.
Oh my goodness.
It is built by the squats, and you'd have to, what mad GM would decide to shoehorn the squats into an Imperium Maledictum game?
Seriously.
But you could also try and track one of those down. My pitch for the squats... go ahead.
AOI, we found the AOI tracking us. That happened. With the gun, with the anti-ship gun.
Oh yeah, that was unusual too. I don't think you tracked that down. So there's quite a bit of stuff that the house needs, doing right now. And when has trouble ever come?
Jerry gave us a little something. She said that they tend to shake people down that are weak enough to be shaken.
Yep.
So,
right.
Yeah. So what way can you best be in service to the Aquare household, Lady Octavia? I suppose that is the question that you need to decide with your crew of explorers. Or agents, I guess, in this game.
Icarus, Noros, your thoughts? What can we...
So what are the instructions? The instructions are simply to...
I think you're a little more self-driven than that. There's, at this point, because Captain or Lord Captain Quinelli is pursuing whatever they're doing right now, Ignatius and his group, and Desura, and I can't remember the other two, Dr. Oh gosh, he's got a great name. I can't remember what it is. Can't remember who the doctor is. And
the death one.
Yeah, the Death Corps quartermaster. I can't remember what his name is offhand.
Let's see.
Actually, I've got the PDF. I could probably look it up if I need to. 40K games. Imperium. No, not Imperium Maledictum. It is. Oh, I just have him as medic. And here, where are you, Doctor? Combat medic. And I have his listed as combat medic. So I can't remember. It was a very dramatic name. That's all I remember about it. Yeah,
I'm looking too, but it's eluding me too.
Yeah, but what you guys are tasked with is just finding some way to assist in one of the many problems that the House Sequare has before them, or if you want to pursue something else of your own. You know, like there's no better way to see yourself go up than by finding a new way to profit. What are you thinking, Lady Aquari? And does anyone else have insight?
Well, it seems that dismantling the ship is right out of the question. So I guess the next best option is seeing if that, I don't know what it's actually called, the thing that contains all the...
Aquila Nemolith?
Aquila Nemolith. We could try to discern its value, if it's reasonable at all to attempt this. The sale of it.
Find more information.
I think that sort of might work in that we decide if it's in the interests of the house to flog it off or not. Because if it is navigation information, of course, it could be a source of profit by using the info. Or it could be a source of profit to sell the whole thing off to someone else. But finding out more about it, of course, would be useful in any event.
There will be, because there will be other navigators here. And while they will be in service to their own rogue trader houses, the navigator houses are powers in and of themselves. So there may be navigators you could follow up with here. What do you think? I mean, that would be, so the navigator houses would be the people who would be the most interested in the Nemolith, because they can actually make use of it. Sorry, that was my thinking of the navigator houses. Like Icarus could access it himself, but the information is in such a way that it's the unique mutation of the navigators that it permits them to make use of it. Sorry, James, I talked over.
And that's what Regius would be good at.
Mm-hmm.
In fact. Or we can try and find something else. Or we try and find out more about this Fequid dude.
It would be nice if they had a choice, if the Lord Captain had a choice of what to offer at the auction, rather than one item, to have a choice. Probably, I think sounds attractive to me as one of our options. Find something else if we can.
We could find something else, yeah.
So you could even try and are you thinking of? It wouldn't be. It is the. Where is it here? It is the Obsidian Emporial that is putting on the auction for this. You could try to find out what they want, but the trouble there is, like, with as wildly diverse as what the expected bids are, it would be difficult to say, how do you say what you want when you haven't seen it before? What might be a strategy you could flow is perhaps like testing the waters to try and see if the Namoleth would be acceptable, or perhaps identifying what other people might be offering. That the rumor is that Lord Captain Feckward is going to be supplying 10,000 lives for his. What are the other rogue traders bidding?
Yeah, you'd think maybe people want something more, not to be non-PC, but the 10,000 slaves is like rather run-of-the-mill for outside the Imperium, whereas the Nimboleth is something rather more unique.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if there's anything else we could find. What else is out there? Yep. Is there anything from the? And I need to find the map where we encountered the Xenos scum in the first place.
Are you saying the map of the macro statue? We can absolutely go back.
Oh, I'm looking at the map of the Expanse. Let me just see.
I think I brought that over here, and you guys should have access to it.
Yeah, I've got it here. So it's footfall. But where was it? The temple or the hermitage that we'd visited?
It's in the same system.
Yep.
Do you mean the where the Hephaestium's Rest is located?
Yeah, exactly.
Same system as Footfall.
So maybe there's something. Is there anything that might be interesting from Hephaestion's Rest that might be?
Well, you were the dynasty was gifted with hosting one of the bones, or one of the remains of Saint Hephaestium.
Yeah.
So there is something that you have in your custody right now, and not for nothing, the witches are said to have originated from those who, because remember at Hephaestium's Rest, that's where they create the tarot for the for use by Imperial Psychers. So they're originally from there as well too. There may be some interest among the witches for having such a relic around. It would be turning over something that you were granted by the ecclesiarchy, or at least by the members of Hephaestium's Rest. But yeah, that's definitely something unique as well.
Probably a bit iffy to log that off.
Yeah, it's a little questionable.
I mean, questionable, however, can be a strong point.
What is Latin for regifting?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really something we wanted. We're not really sure why they gave it to us. I mean, to use it for profit, though, feels a little strange.
A little dirty.
Alternatively, what you could do is...
We would not be sharing it with somebody better capable of looking after it.
Okay.
You could look at it that way.
It is quite possible that you would find perhaps they all have a vow of silence, but perhaps the monks and the missionaries at Hephaestium's Rest, perhaps there's something they may trade or offer or whatnot that might be suitable beyond that. You guys,
that might be interesting, right?
Yeah, your family.
What else have you got? Nice bone, but have you got anything else?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think maybe Lady Octavia does have the opportunity to try and improve the impression that was left by... Well, it's not true. The initial impression by Ignatius was not great, but you guys did save the fucking place from Xenos scum, and then your family hunted them down and tore them out of the macro statue. You are likely in a very good graces with the monks and nuns of Hephaestium's Rest at this point.
Right, that is true.
No, there might be it's something unique that we might be able to, a really unique relationship of mystic things that might be of interest.
Yes,
And the reason I just think that the Aquila thing is potentially of great value to the dynasty with its information.
Yeah.
And you really want to give it away. And similarly on the ship, the Wraithbone is what makes that ship non-crap. Because without it, it's a tiny bit crap, we have to admit to ourselves.
Yeah, the fact that you not for nothing, the fact that you got back may be attributed to the presence of the Wraithbone Hull. That's the roll, mechanically speaking, when you guys make your double rolls for encounters and you pick one of the two, that's because of the presence of that. Now, of course, if you ask the Astral Swords, they'll tell you it's because they murdered somebody. That's why you're back safe. So, it's an open question.
So how about to try Hephaestion's Rest and see what else we might be able to wheedle out of them?
Yeah.
At least it gives us a third option, right?
We don't really want to part with our other items at this point, so it would be good.
So we could shall we try that? We'll go back and see how they're doing after all their trials and tribulations.
Hold up, Jeff froze up, I think. He's still on the call. I just can't hear him. His voice kind of pixelated for a minute there. Let's see if he is dropping out. Icarus, how do you feel about that?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. The tarot that are fabricated there, by the by, that is some of the most, as far as psi focuses are concerned, it's some of the most desirable ones anywhere in the Imperium.
Yeah, so there may be something spinning off that. A super tarot or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they, what do you call it? So just gotta let Jeff back in the call here. Hello!
Okay, uncrashed.
Good.
Aye.
Oh, boy.
But I'm not looking forward to it.
Your which?
I said it's kind of time to buy a new computer, but I've kind of been putting it off.
Pain in the ass. Yeah.
It's a pain in the butt, yeah.
Okay. Then Noros. Oh, let me hit can you see yourself in Roll20, Jeff?
I can't, so I'm just going to reconnect.
Okay. There we go. Gotcha. Okay.
Beauty.
So then, what, anything else you guys wish to do, or are you trying to get a shuttlecraft and to make your way out to Hephaestion's Rest, or contact them presumably beforehand, and then make your way out? Means you're getting to go down to Void Dock Row Alpha Row once again.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we got that awesome handout for that too.
Did Icarus, that's where Icarus went, I think. Is that right? I feel like we went prior to going to the macro statue. I feel like we bolstered our chances in we ran errands, and someone went there. Or we thought about going there, or we actually did go there. The place you just said.
We've got some Stevedore friends in our warehouse down there.
Void Dock Alpha Road. There are some Lady Octavia's got a small faction going of thugs that have been have been retained by this. That is where you found if you're talking about Void Dock Alpha Row, that is where you did run across the first of the infected Xenos scum. You caught him trying to hire on with and I'm sure that no gangs have any axes to grind with you guys down on Void Dock Alpha Row. You guys will be fine. I don't know who brought it up, but you really shouldn't worry about it. Definitely not.
And Noros offed the infected prisoner as well.
Did.
He's a ruthless man, is Armsman Noros.
Yeah, he does not. Yeah, That's right. Yeah, because you were worried about him having a contact back to the macro statue nest.
That's
So
right. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Added the cure. All right. Well then, guys, we did start late, but we have been here since since 7. Why don't we take our mid-session break right now, a little early, and then we'll come back and see if about getting yourself a shuttle out to Hephaestion's Rest and how you plan on contacting them. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I don't know if I was sitting funny earlier today or what, but my lower back is fucking killing me tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I sent you two images of what we were talking about earlier tonight, too.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Oh yeah. Take a look here. Ooh, yeah. Very nice.
I was actually looking at our old, we ran that October Faction one-shot for George. God, like 4 years ago now. Because it was October 2020 when we played that October Faction one-shot.
Wow!
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. But we, I was looking at those, I'm using those as samples. Oops. So if everyone at home got a view of Anna Banana once again. I accidentally scrolled over to something else. Oh, James, I'll show you quickly here in Discord. So then, what you guys will need to do is, I think you need, I was thinking about this when we stepped away, your, whatchamacallit, your, faction benefits, because you can call in favors, right? Because you guys had called in the guards previously as a resource. I'm assuming that's what you're going to get your shuttle from. So let's see. Okay, which is on the GM screen as well. What is your level of influence with House Aquare right now? I want to say it's like a 3, but I don't remember offhand.
It's not on the list, I don't think.
Uh-oh. What have you guys done?
We've really caused a problem.
Or maybe it's just assumed we're just, prized.
Let's see. Yeah, +2 with the Twilight Swords. So, is it on your character sheets by any chance?
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. Oh. I have a few of them on there, but they're not with the Quad A. I have Adder's Saliket, the Eldar, and the Telepathica. But not.
Let's see here. Maybe
Quad.
We actually haven't used these in a little bit. Let's take a look at the influence. Because I remember they're only on like one page anyway, so it's going to take us all that much time to refresh our memories. Here we go. Background and influence. Your patron is a powerful individual. This is just like you can feel Captain Aquili. His head is just getting bigger by the moment here. Your patron is a powerful individual and handsome. That's weird. And no one in the Imperium can rise to any position of authority without supporting some allies. Blah blah blah. Is your patron's you can use your patron's influence. Oh, right. This is how this works. So if you call on your patron, instead of your own, it might open doors for you. But any negative influence your patron has with them they may have pissed people off that you do not know. The patron begins with +2 influence with their own faction, which would be the Rogue Traders. I'm going to say it's +3 because of recent circumstances. You guys have both freed Hephaestium's Rest and driven the Xenos scum from the Macro statue. So we'll say Captain Aquili Lord Captain Aquili, forgive me, has a +3 influence with Rogue Traders as far as you know.
Good. All right.
So it's a question of whether you're hiring a vessel from one of the other Rogue Trader dynasties, or if you are going after one of the infractionists, because those are the criminals. And I don't mean to cast aspersions on Captain Aquili, but he does have one person on his command crew who regularly suggests human atrocities as a potential plan. So he may have an in with some of the infractionists as well. What do you guys think?
We could try with one of. I mean, does Jerry? Jerry's someone we trust somewhat.
Yeah. That's only if you're
Relatively.
calling on for Lord Captain Quinelli's stuff. If you have your own influence over things, I think you got +2 with Rogue Traders, don't you? Or was it with where is it here? +3 with the Quarry family. Oh, that probably was just added, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I just added. Yeah.
Roll to gaslight the GM.
Gosh, it says +8 with the Quarry family here. It's weird.
Which is impressive, seeing as it caps out
I
at
thought it
5.
said +10.
All right, so what... House Blitz, you got +1, personally.
Might be interesting to
Yeah, the Twilight Swords did
try
seem
with
to...
House Garrett Arcadius. Then you here,
Of sorry, which house?
House Garrett Arcadius.
Oh, yeah. You guys have yet to follow up with them at all, I believe.
Where do we know them from?
Lord Captain Abel Garrett of House Arcadius, an ancient clan of rogue traders.
So we're re-establishing here, but with a history, and they're new here. Maybe we could find a rapport in that sense.
Oh yeah.
There is some parallels between House Aquare and House Arcadius as well. Beyond them both starting with an A. They also are both storied, two dynasties with a storied history, and newly returned to the Cronus Expanse.
Yep. So maybe that's a route. I think going and getting something valuable from Hephaestion's Rest and getting carried back by infractionists may have a flaw in the plan.
Because we'll get robbed, you're thinking?
Well, from last time, there was only one person who transported people out there, right? He was the only person who was allowed to transport people back and forth in there. He got blown up by the Jane Stealers. So, do you think that your house would have followed up further with them since?
Yeah, you'd think that we would be putting forward something to provide that service going forwards.
I don't know if you guys had the capacity to do so, because your ship was gone and you guys were sort of scrambling. So let's do this.
We could maybe leverage Garrett House Arcadius to get the contract.
Yeah, let's see. Let's get some dice rolling and see about what the status of that is. The thing is like all folks engaged in a busy series of activities. I think the intention may have been there to follow up at some point, and then the circumstances as well were taking you with battling with House Fell and trying to get in with Madame Charlebelle and whatnot. So let's start with here's skills. I do love that they have the specializations next to it as well.
Yep, it's nice.
It's a great screen. I think rapport inquiry is probably what we're looking for. Let me take a look.
Ooh. Not Noros' strong suit.
I believe Lady Octavia may have been dumping points into that recently.
I believe so.
Deception, though. No, that would be terribly straightforward. So, first time I meet a group, there's a fine chance to use my air of authority.
This is going to be just more of a gather information thing. You're not getting it from, I think you're just trying to suss out. So you're not necessarily, hold on. What are you thinking? Let me, before I shut down.
That can be further down the line when we actually meet them.
Okay.
So it's just a straight rapport roll.
Yeah, I think, and it'll be routine. Let's see how how you've done here. It may have prompted you for a modifier.
Yep, so routine, no superiority default, and
Okay.
now I will roll on rapport.
There we go. Nice. 2 success levels. Okay. So, I love the end transmission. So what, oh, and you've got +1 because of your great coat as well.
Oh yes, my
Yeah.
bad.
So what you found is that I think they have made temporary arrangements with the Casbolica for it. The Casbolica has it's through an intermediary, but it's an intermediary with 3 degrees of, or 3 success levels. I think you're able to see precisely who it is. It's one of the many smugglers that sort of owes debts to the Casbolica, who you know run the cold trade through Footfall and in the wider Coronis Expanse. You do have an inn with the Casbolica and its master. Where is he?
Well, that's faded away a
Vladeum
bit, so-
Tokara.
Oh yeah.
I think we're at +0 with the Casbolica right now.
Yeah, we kind of burned. I think it went up and then back down. We
Yeah, I have a
did
temporary. I had a temporary.
Yeah.
for them.
But he did express interest in continuing to work with our house, I believe.
Yeah, he certainly didn't shut you down for it. He also did offer up the Night Bleeders when a seemingly rogue member of the Black Brotherhood had gone rogue and was helping those Xenos scum. So he forced one of his guys to turn over a lackey gang to you. So I can't imagine he would have done that if he didn't want something from you as well. So what are you guys to do with that information?
We could.
You had talked about trying to get in with House Arcadius as well and introduce to them as well. Or introduce yourselves to them and try and work out some sort of deal. But knowing
Yeah,
now
I think
that
that was still the route. Let's try getting in touch with House Arcadius and express to them, we have some good relations with Hephaestion's Rest and that we believe there's an opening there that they might be interested in for some trade,
okay,
which we are sadly unable to satisfy at the moment, but,
Do we
happy to push the work their way.
need to put a bag over your head, Icarus?
With holes in it, you can see.
Icarus is puzzled.
Just a jest, friend. Just a jest.
Oh, he laughs, not fake
Yeah.
chuckle, not really knowing.
Know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
so how are you thinking of approaching?
as he longs for Adder Solicat, her cold presence. He longs for.
You're so easy to be together. We can sit in silence. And she's just like, I can see the wheels of time.
Right.
Well, however we do it, is there a social event we might be able to mingle in, or at the high end, or going down to one of the dives to meet somebody lower down?
Yeah, good question.
I mean, I'm not terribly senior myself, so maybe going to the equivalent of Royal Ascot's not going to cut it.
Also, it does, I think you will not need to make a roll for this, but if you are making inquiries as to where everyone is, there's a strangely, for having there being a lot of members of a lot of different ships that are mingling throughout here, it does seem like key personnel that have a bit of a entrenched, it's not siege mentality right now, but like everybody seems to be a little bit on edge. The profits of one rogue trader are often viewed as at the expense of another. And given that there are only so many places available in the auction, they may be being very cautious right now. So it's not going to be like a mingling of rogue traders trying to do business with one another. You would expect that kind of stuff to be happening when there are, you know, rogue traders together. There's always business to be made. That doesn't seem to be the case here. That's not to say you can't find a way of accessing lower level members and still doing business. Business has to get done among the rogue traders, but it just means that like the kind of thing where a bunch of rogue traders might meet in one place that you might see at other occasions, that's just not happening here.
Yeah, everybody's holding their cards close to their chest.
Mm-hmm.
But we're trying to offer something different, right? We're offering business rather than...
Absolutely. Why don't you do this? If you want, where do you think
the middle tier?
Where would you go to try and suss out your information here, Octavia? Now you've got at least an idea of who's in charge of that. Is something I think you could probably find out without having to travel around a bit, but trying to get an inroad into House Arcadius. How do you think you'd go about doing that?
I would be thinking, what is the... If I could figure it out, and, you know, there's some sort of low middle tier, I guess, where the equivalent drinking holes and
the Adeptus Amasec
might be for them.
Oh, for them. There will be similar, like, socializing places in the atrium. The atrium would have more of the places where more of the, you know, of means patrons or inhabitants of Footfall would go to be safe from the drug fiends and the Xenos, you know, Xenotech kind of riggers and whatnot that you would find in Alpha Doc, Void Doc Alpha Row, or the Shadow Quarters, or Martyrs and Endurance. So if you did want to try and, you know, run into or make an impression with a member of his household, I think we'll be doing that.
I think that's the place, because you're not going to go to the utter dive, because you're probably not going to meet, for the most part, Jerry Blitz is a bit of an exception. You're not going to meet the right people there. You're going to meet the troops.
Yeah, the people who have authority to have, you know, useful conversations. I think it's probably rapport as well. But what are you thinking? Charm? Inquiry? Haggle? What are you trying to do here?
I'll be going in on charm, because that's my thing.
Okay.
That's my style, and I'd be looking to... I'm quite fetching. I've got my greatcoat. I would look to cut a dash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And wheedle my way to the table of a suitable person.
Yeah, what is... you've got what? How much influence with rogue traders?
3, right? You say?
3 through the family, yeah. Yeah, you're going to be able to get an influence by calling in your Captain Aquare's favors. You'll be able to call in an invite to one of the, like, more... Picture kind of... I'm picturing something that's going to be a little... The accoutrements will be like the Diogenes Club, but it'll be a little more noisy than that. So, you know, the kind of place where sophisticates can... You know, or those who pass themselves off at it, as it can go. You will definitely fit in there. you probably don't want to travel without your bodyguard, armsman, or your sanctioned psyker for fear of others listening in on your mind. But how would you get them into an acceptable
Icarus,
state?
wear your fancy bag, okay?
Oh. The bag again.
And then Noros, what are you thinking of? Are you gonna leave your armor behind, I guess, or
Yeah.
are you gonna still dress as? If you dress yourself up as one of the Aquare armsmen, they may not notice the. It'll just be in fancier armor than you're typically wearing. Where the heck is it?
Something nice with chrome on it.
Yeah, we had updated art for the Aquare
Well, we've now
armsman.
got named armsmen.
You do have one surviving named armsman. That's right. Well, you have
Got
more
three,
than that, I
right?
think, but at least one.
Yeah, we've got 3. Xavier Mordecai, Xavier Tyre, and Castinus Gecht.
Oh,
Well, Gecht.
so would
I
not
thought we
be
could-
unusual if you bring your armed retinue along with you as well, if that's what you were inclined to do. It's not going to be a terribly busy place, but I think you're trying to get a place where you could try and, make an impression with somebody from Lord Captain Garrett's retinue.
Yeah.
So knowing that the sort of types that he's got, the Seneschal, the Explorator, the War Master, or what? Not War Master, but Armsman. What are you thinking? Someone in a similar position to you, or junior member? He probably doesn't.
Something similar, or maybe a rank up,
Okay.
as it were.
All right.
That's a stretch.
Yeah. Okay, so do you wish to do anything before meeting with this person to try and learn about
Yeah, I
Garrett?
think I'd be. Because presumably, a person like that, like me, gets out and about outside the house because that's how you do business. So
Yep.
I would be reaching out to the people I know to find out all I can about this individual.
Okay.
What do they like? What are their interests?
Okay. And am I correct in thinking you're bringing Noros and Icarus along?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, scars for this. So that'll be a rapport inquiry as well, and that'll be routine as well.
Okay, routine. Oh, and for my greatcoat, do I get that? So is that
Yes.
effectively 1 superiority?
It's not one superiority, one success level.
Mechanically.
Success level. I mean, it is superiority
we
only.
just had it.
Yeah,
we
the
just
difference
had it
is that
manual.
superiority only exists in combat. Does not
Yeah,
exist
it was
outside
just
of.
how to trick the interface, rather.
Oh, okay.
But rapport and
Nice. Holy smokes. Okay.
Whoa.
So one of the things, you know what it is? I said before we went live that these guys are more capable than your others. I think it's because the default difficulty levels are a lot higher. So that's why I'm thinking that you guys are, because the game's sort of tilts it, you start off with higher stats anyway, and then also a lot of the default difficulties are higher. So the appearance is that you guys are much more competent. It's also because of the contested rules as well, that even when you fail and they fail, it's relative levels of failure. So that even when you fail, if you're better than the others, you'll still have the appearance of more success. So this is in amongst the houses of the atriums, or the houses of within the atrium, and it's at one of these. Let's actually head on over to that screen here. You're going to find a fair bit about our Lord Captain Garrett. So what you know is, or what you've heard, because that's that includes your jacket, right?
that's plus another one. So
Oh, plus 8 in total. Holy
8.
smokes! Yeah, so that's a crit. Here's what you know: is Abel Garrett is a scion of House Arcadius. They've been in operation for several thousand years in the Imperium's eastern rim. However, he is a distant cousin of the rulers of House Arcadius. He doesn't actually bear the clan's warrant of trade himself, and he's pretty far down the line of succession. But he is empowered to act in the interest of his house. His vessel, Maxim's Gambit, is also quite well supplemented by the not supplemented, financed by the family. He, notwithstanding being a distant cousin and being a minor member, he is a exceptionally capable and proud individual. He thinks that House Garrett, he takes great pride in the name of Garrett and of House Arcadius. He is also a very capable duelist. And I have an illustration for you of what he looks like, so you will have a chance to see a holo pic of him. And he... Where is he here? There's Kraken. Here he is. Captain Abel Garrett. And yeah.
Ooh.
He's a very effective duelist. Not a braggart per se, but one who will meet, an insult with blades. And with that many levels of success, what this person also tells you is that Garrett has apparently been asking around indirectly about a specific, trying to find information about a place he seems to know of. And the popular theory is that he's got some kind of map to a treasure planet. And he's trying to find a way to get there without letting people know he's got this map.
Well, now if we had a very capable navigator in the family, or we had an artifact that might give navigation information, that might be of interest to him if he's looking to find his way there. Does he not have navigators in his family who are able to support him in this?
They are, but it's without information on the maps. Hearing about a place and having part of a map is not sufficient to find it yourself. Space is vast. So he knows of a location of a place, it seems, at least based on the questions he has been asking. But it seems like either his reluctance to share critical information has prevented people from identifying the place, or he just doesn't have enough to work on and he's hoping to find more here. In any event, minor cousin of a potent family with the trust and backing of them, someone who will rise to the occasion of a duel if necessary and likely come out on top, and who seems to have an interest in locating a particular destination in the Coronis Expanse. That is what you've heard. Do you have any other questions? Because you still did roll quite well. That's just the initial info dump. While he's doing this, would Noros and Icarus, would you each give us an awareness check, please?
Yes.
And if you have sight and Synescience are the two specialties you guys could use.
All right.
Oh shoot! Where does it those again?
Ooh,
Awareness. So the specialties. I thought they were on the right side of the page.
they're on the right side of your skills, Jeff, if you have any. It's not like
Oh yeah, the kind of specialization there.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
what difficulty? I rolled it.
Oh,
routine,
sorry.
so-
This will be at. I want to say challenging. Because I think.
Challenging is 0.
Yeah.
Then
You just subtract
Ooh.
what?
Yeah.
2 from your success levels. I guess
Indeed.
Icarus. Okay. And make a roll myself. Okay. And she's got 5 there, Icarus.
so +3 instead.
Oh, +3. Okay. And Noros. All right. Okay. Sorry, Octavia, have you any follow-up questions? I think this is probably it's someone who is in, it's a whatever the like host equivalent would be, like kind of like brothel matron, kind of like hostess, type thing, not necessarily a seedy, establishment, but a place for socializing. Someone who would have a kind of that's who you're talking to.
So does this guy have a significant other?
He does not. He is said to be solely, he is quite young, and he's said to be not married necessarily to the job, as it were, but his sole interest is in advancing his name and increasing the prestige of House Arcadius in the Coronis Expanse.
So perhaps Hephaestion's rest isn't going to be of particular interest to him.
Probably not,
Well,
but
maybe.
if you vocalize I guess you don't want to let this rando know about the Aquila Nemelith yet.
Yeah, we could say that which is true, that we've got a load of our ship is just returned with a whole bunch of experience, and we could just say it, of maps of the Coronis Expanse. We don't need to explain that they're in Nibeleth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you wish to sort of prompt the... if you wish this person to get word kind of back to him, that you may have that, perhaps it'll bring him to you.
And just say, it sounds like pass on the thing. Sounds like a fine family and something, kindred spirits to our own. Somebody else out to explore, and luckily our ship has just returned with a whole ton of information.
So, which, what information do you wish to leave with this person? What do you want to get back to Lord Captain Abel or Lord Captain Garrett?
Just that we're glad they're there, and together, a fine other house that would love to trade.
So what
with.
I need, so I'm not asking for role playing. I'm asking for specific. What information do you, the player, want to convey? Because if it's just we'd like to work with you,
we want to say, we have information on the Expanse.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, then that's and you've got like more than just that. We've traveled a little bit. You want to hint that there's some.
Yeah, we've got data.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So then, as you, Noros and Icarus, what have you've been shuttling Octavia around Footfall for days now, of her going to different places and following up with strange. She despite the fact that you seem to be around her all the time, she constantly seems to have friends that you did not know that she had before.
Right, totally.
We're used to her flitting about.
What are you is there anything you're kind of keeping an eye out for, or you're looking to do yourselves?
I will be trying to be sensitive to warp presences that I'm not expecting. So Psyniscience, I'll be using Psyniscience, and maybe any psychers that seem strange, that I don't faces I don't recognize. Perhaps I will keep an eye out for.
Okay.
Going along those lines, see if there's something I can add.
Okay. Noros, anything?
I mean, I think that like anyone, I mean, he would be on the lookout for anyone that looks either to be a spy or dangerous, like obviously we don't want to get any of our information bled out. So I think he's, just keeping an eye out for someone that's being nervous or out of place.
Okay. So it is with those preparations in mind, you guys are leaving the most recent meeting that Lady Octavia has had with a kind of a not a gadfly, but like a social, host, I guess might be a way of framing it. Someone who provides sort of like, introductions and arrange sort of social engagements with folks who may want to keep their meetings private. You're leaving this place, you're making your way through the ornate kind of splendor of where of the atrium, and the atrium itself is, again, it's mostly either people who work for the Liege or people who work for one of the houses who are here. So this is sort of a relatively safe place. It is when you are making your way through a more cramped area that, unfortunately, while you have been keeping close watch... Oh, Lady Octavia, why don't you give us a challenging awareness check, please? Let's see how you do.
Challenging awareness.
Do you want to fate point that to reroll?
Okay.
I forgot there's a reroll button. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So it is then, unfortunately, let me just make sure I got the right thing here. Yeah. All right, let me make a check here. All right. Fortunately for you guys, someone has thrown something down into the hallway, and just going to remind myself how this works. Here we go. Okay. You have warning on this, so I'm gonna bump the difficulty from hard to challenging, because you have warning. There's kind of a tink, 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 something clatters down among you guys as you're sort of approaching. It's the hallway you can picture is like a large, you know, upper scale hall, hotel hallway. So something that's probably like maybe 7 feet, 8 feet across. So like wide enough to have two kind of carts or two people carrying baggage make their way past. You're making your way through in this, you know, it's all otherwise, you know, with the 40K decor. So steel grating or something similar on the ground. It's got, you know, the overly filigreed walls as you're going down. You're making your way towards a junction where there is, it's going to spread off into different places. And then also you'll be able to catch lifts in order to get to different places within the atrium. This is clearly a planned ambush spot for you. There's maybe 2 zones behind and maybe 1 zone ahead. It seems that someone has come out of an alcove nearby and tossed this thing down. Would you each give us a challenging fortitude endurance test? As a mist of gas begins to spew out.
Where do you roll that one?
It'll either be
Fortitude skill.
fortitude skill.
Oh, it's just the fortitude skill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And endurance if you happen to have.
Yeah.
Anyone want a fate point theirs?
Sure. Let's give it a
Yeah, I don't want to be at a disadvantage immediately.
Okay.
That's the green bar, correct?
Yeah. That's the reroll, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the green bar is your
Nope.
fate. Yes, thank you.
Come
Icarus.
on, Noros.
Okay.
No.
Everybody got worse.
Did Lady
God,
Octavia
man.
spend? I don't think she's...
Yeah, I'm not going to
Not
re-roll.
gonna bother?
My chance is too low. Anyway.
Okay. All right, so what happens as this stuff spews out, you are minor stunned, meaning you can take either a move or an action, but not both until you shake this. And you can spend an ally spending an action. You can make a fortitude pain test at challenging to end the condition. Until it ends on its own. So this thing, it is a choke grenade. You can feel and you're coughing up as you go in. Let's all roll initiative.
And just to check, we're stunned?
Stunned, you're minor stunned, yes.
Gotcha. No, it's just because of my gallows humor. I just wanted to check.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's see. I'll go to the GM layer here.
Oh, sorry. Initiative, yeah.
Set rules.
Page 2.
And we're going up, Kev. Don't
Indeed.
don't make it seem as if they're coming in injured.
Mm. It's a rough world.
Most definitely. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay. I'm getting to use something I have not used before, guys.
Ooh.
Exciting times. For those listening at home too, my apologies for any rules we're going to be fucking up here in a moment, because we did not plan to play this tonight, so I have not had an opportunity to.
There will be rules fucked up, so just
There will 100% be rules fucked up. Yeah, so just trust that we will be looking up what we have fucked up and what we needed to do to correct in the interim between. So the Although, you know what? I don't mind. I will say, like, we had some folks who were actually quite helpful in the One Ring one that we ran a couple weeks ago. Like, productive and helpful advice. They're like, hey, by the by, I think this is the way this thing works, as opposed to like, why are you doing it this way? It wasn't. You can't do X with Y. Okay, and I think we're not rolling initiative, are we? It's a score.
Yeah. I think yes. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Look at that, guys. Jeez, I don't know. What am I talking about? We're not gonna fuck up anything, guys. We know it all.
Yeah.
I should mention I've taken the disadvantage hubris. So here we go. All right, and all right. Okay.
Of course, worth reminding, there is that fate spend for the initiative
yes.
on a round.
Yeah. Anyone want to spend fate to seize the initiative for the round? This game does have my favorite fucking hold in action rule.
That is a cool rule.
And it's in Soulbound as well.
Oh.
Robert reminded me, because I was bragging. I was talking about how much I love the rule from this. He's like, "That's how it works in Soulbound, man."
So, nice.
Because this, guys, RBTs.
Not ideal.
No. So he is currently at the top of the initiative order. Does anyone want to spend a fate point to seize that place? I think that's what happens, right? You pick where you want to be?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let's find out. Superiority. Oh, we're in combat. You guys. Know thy foe. No. Know thy players. No. Know thy battlefield. You know what I will say? No. I'm going to give you guys, you're start with one superiority because of Noros and Icarus's, constant monitoring. That was some good role playing. I'm not going to penalize you guys for that. You're going to get penalized quite,
Enough.
by AirSat's Judge Dredd there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like Judge Dredd.
Yeah. That's
Indeed.
Fate, here we go. Reroll failed test +1 successful. Yeah, choose when to act in a round. If you do want to spend fate point, you could choose to seize initiative. Right now, they are all like one zone away from you guys. So, and there appears to be, you've seen the Arbites step out. He is the one ahead. He has two generic thug number 2s with him, and there are two generic number 2 thugs behind you as well.
And we're all grouped, right? The three of us.
You guys are all in the same zone right now. Yeah. We'll just use the zone. I really wish I do love playing this with an actual battle mat.
Yeah,
it's really good. So next time.
Yes, indeed.
So anyone, last chance for anyone to go, or else the Arbites will go. Going?
I don't know.
Going?
I think I'm okay.
Gone. Okay. All right. So he. Oh. In yeah, they've got. He's got a pretty fucking cool ability. I need to make a presence leadership tests. If he succeeds, each success level allows one of his enforcers to act.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. That's why I wanted to use new adversaries. You saw largely the same, like 3 in the last one.
I am going to distract him with go. What are you playing at? Do something to in his middle of doing his orders, so I interrupt him. So now he's going to do it with a disadvantage.
Okay. Do you need to make a check for that?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Oh, no. I just.
Can you display it in chat? Is there a way?
Yeah, you can't. Let me just paste it in.
Let's see. That's weird that you can't just display the thing and yeah. Once per encounter. Yep. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Doesn't require anything. So then yeah, I'll make this with a disadvantage. So I need to roll.
I think the thing is you can only use it once per encounter. So
Yeah.
And disadvantages roll 2 dice to take the lowest, or is it flip to fail? I think it's flip to fail, isn't it?
I believe it's flip to fail. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. About this game.
In fact, it's probably on the sheet. It's on our sheet, I think. Yeah, it's on our sheet.
Oh, I don't have.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Things, yeah, I was trying to remember the mechanics.
Yeah.
Reverse tense, flip to fail. Fucking love it. That is a great mechanic. We've been playing a lot of Blackbirds lately, and just the Zweihander stuff. And we're playing Zweihander tomorrow too, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. That uses flip to fail, flip to succeed quite a bit, and it's like those are some pretty satisfying rolls to make.
Yeah.
All right, so it's leadership presence. All right, and even with the flip to fail, he does get a success, but not as good. So that is, he steps out and in his best Carl Urban impression, he says, "Take them down." And the two with him will step out and we'll take a single action. So they're going to engage with you guys. So they've moved into the zone and engage with you guys. I think is engaging part of an action, part of a move, or is it a separate thing you get to do? So I think you can move one engagement. You can engage and disengage within your zone, but I don't know if that's part of the action to move.
I think you can move anywhere in your zone for free. Free action is moving in your zone.
Yeah.
Moving one zone next to you is the move.
Right. But what I'm wondering is whether that free action has to be on their turn or whether it's something they can do on this hurried action. Because Icarus will go before them. Oh, and I think tiebreakers in this are... We were looking at agility, I think, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry, for initiative. Gotcha.
Yeah, like I get to decide amongst my...
I think you're right.
Stuff.
Yeah.
But
correct. You decide among yours.
Yeah, and then it's agility, right? It's the...
Yep.
30. Do Octavia or Noros, do you have better than 30 for agility?
Sorry, I was checking what burst was it. Sorry.
I have a 35 agility.
Okay.
I have agility 34.
There we go. So you guys are before the thugs. All right, so that's why it's worth looking up just because before you guys are engaged, that'll be good to know. Here we go. Combat move. Free actions. Let's see here. I think... Yeah, because disengage is an actual action, not just a thing. So if you guys aren't... Run allows you to move to an adjacent zone, and I don't think it allows you to engage.
Oh.
That's what I'm wondering, right? It's just...
Charge does.
Charge does. Shit.
Yep.
You have disadvantage on melee and reflex tests to discern. Okay, so the two of them are going to charge in. Icarus, I'm sorry, you're going to be a target of one of these, and Noros will be the other one.
All right.
So they charge in with shock mauls in hand. And they will be... Okay, so a melee attack is an opposed melee test.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep. And stun, I don't think prevents you from using reactions. It just on your turn or minor stun, it just means that you can take either a move or an action. So you guys are good to go.
But we only get one reaction, keeping in mind.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
worth using it.
So Icarus, do you wish to defend yourself?
Yes.
Go ahead and give us whatever you're using to defend yourself.
Let's see here.
I'm
trying to think if there's any disadvantage to like using melee without a weapon to defend yourself.
I don't think so. Let's see. Hold on. If the defender is not wielding a melee weapon or shield, they make it with disadvantage. Alternatively,
I had a feeling.
You can use reflexes or reflexes dodge to try and avoid the attack.
Yeah, I'll use
it. Just
that.
means that you're not going to be able to hit back if you dodge.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, it's all coming back.
Yep, it is.
So how do you do disadvantage? Oh, it just flips, right?
Yeah, it'll flip to...
Oh, disadvantage is on the chart. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So go ahead, Icarus. Whatever you're choosing to do, whether it's reflexes or...
And we have superiority to spend if we wish, right?
1 point, yeah.
Yep.
Spend it on this?
I think I'm going to...
You want to know what a shock maul does?
Yes, please.
It inflicts a stun condition on you.
Oh, no.
That's a bit shocking.
Yeah. As it crackles. I am not going to spend my superiority.
Okay.
And here we go. I'm using reflexes dodge.
Okay.
Oh, that's so poor.
Oh,
my goodness.
Yeah, so do you want to fate point that? Because that gives me... I'll have 6 degrees of success right now. Oh, I think dodge doesn't feed into it, though, right? Dodge just subtracts. It doesn't add like the way Warhammer Fantasy does.
I think that's just...
All coming back, guys. That's right.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, that's definitely the way it is for ranged.
Yeah.
Dodge
Did you use melee?
I think it's... I used reflexes dodge.
Okay, yeah. So then it just all does is if on a success it reduces, it doesn't increase. On a melee one, it does though. I get to hit harder. So what are you thinking?
I think that only protects me against a ranged attack, but I'll go with your.
No, you can use dodge against this. It's just that you failed by 5. What I'm saying is that it doesn't increase my success level. Yeah. Right, so
I got you.
Dodge in this game only takes away if it's successful. So are you okay with that, or you want to fate point that?
I am going to... What do I have? It's 35%. I'm pretty poor at this. Oh, God. I will fade it.
Okay, here we go. Come on, big money. No, my God. Jeff, to stop rolling for Sean. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, goodness.
That is okay. So unfortunately, you sort of stumble back. I'm assuming it's the choking, right? And maybe your over wariness just has you so kind of frazzled by like, how did I not see this coming? And he does manage to crack you one. That is going to be 7 damage. And then it discharges as well, like as loud as what a gunshot would be once it hits. And you are majorly stunned. Major Stun is like my least favorite wrestler name. So
that's pretty bad, I think.
You have disadvantage on all tests as well.
Okay.
So you have a condition. I believe you have someone who may be able to help you with that.
Okay.
So you have major stun and minor stun right now.
Crackle, little crackle electricity around my head.
Yeah. I wonder if it's an all. Like if you can have 2 separate conditions.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm wondering if you can have both minor and major, because if Octavia can get rid of your condition full stop, then it's not a matter of having 2 separate ones. I think it is that you've just been upgraded to major right now. So I think you've just got the condition of major stun, which is disadvantage on all tests plus the effects of minor. So a move action or a minor. All right. So then Icarus has been well and truly brained. Did you have any armor, Icarus?
Yeah, one.
1 point. Okay, you got that. All right, all right. Noros, would you like to defend yourself too?
I would like to attempt to defend myself.
Okay. What are you thinking? Melee or?
Yeah, I'm going to use it even though I have disadvantage.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I just click on disadvantage, right?
Click on disadvantage, yeah. And it's on challenging because it is contested.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
I forget how badly my NPCs typically roll in this because I tend to roll high. So again, he missed you, actually. He came running in and missed you.
Oh.
Nice.
All right.
So does that mean I miss? Or no, it doesn't mean I win the opposed melee, though. Or do I? Because
no.
I just...
Oh, no? Actually, I forgot you used melee to defend.
I took this talent when we leveled up.
Oh, all right. So
wow.
I failed by 2, you failed by 2, which means we are at 0 levels of success.
Okay.
But let's see what happens with ties.
So, that's a talent, Jeff, you said?
Yes, that is a talent that I took.
Oh, a post test goes to the the higher skill. What's your melee?
My melee is a 53.
53.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good, and it's just barely better than what they've got. So you actually succeed here. What is the damage? Oh, you're just using unarmed,
yeah,
right?
just like it's just my unarmed.
Okay.
Do I have unarmed on my sheet?
I don't know.
No, I don't see it.
Okay, let's see here. It is. Here, I'm not going to move that. Yeah, I think it's usually in the. Oh, here we go. Melee weapons. Unarmed. Improvised one-handed. Unarmed. Strength bonus. What's your strength bonus?
Strength bonus.
It is also ineffective, which means that it double their armor.
So that would be the tens digit.
Correct.
4. Then
4. Okay. And shit, like you hit them, and like it's hitting. We punching your breastplate when you have it on.
Right. Yeah.
They have RBD's enforcer armor on. It seems so. You don't hurt yourself, but you don't do anything to them, unfortunately. That's a super cool ability, though. All right, the arbitrator is also going to draw. Ooh, his hand cannon. So his hand cannon is out, as is his shock mace, shock maul. Icarus, you're up. You're stunned, but you're up. What are you doing?
I am belatedly going to try to manifest metabolic overdrive.
Yep. I saw them open for KISS in St. Louis.
I knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
I had thought about spending a fate to go to the top of the round. That seems like that was probably the right call for this. But let's see here.
A question. Can somebody, I've forgotten on this rule set, can you delay your move?
You can ready an action and then...
Oh, yeah, but no, you can't just wait. Yeah.
But what you can do, though, is like if that happens to bring you to the end of the round and you're acting after someone else does, then you can choose a different action at the end of the round.
I'm just meaning that you might want to wait until I try and stun you. Anyway, go ahead.
So do you want to... It's Overwatch is what it's called in this game, but do you want to go on Overwatch?
Would that work in this situation?
You're just declaring an action you're going to take, and then at the end of the round, you choose whether you take that action. If the triggering event doesn't happen, you take a different action, or you Just lose the action.
Let's see. My trigger is if it looks like any of my colleagues are going to get too far away. What about that?
So what you could do, knowing Octavia as well as you do now for the months you've been here, once Octavia rallies me, I'm going to use my power. I'm fine with that being your Overwatch.
Gotcha. Very good.
Because the lest we, I think that's how the contingency works in it. But let me just do a bit of check here. Overwatch. You must declare the trigger for your Overwatch and the action you'll take when it happens. The example they give is when the ganger rounds the corner, I'm going to try and shoot it with my las pistol, or after Callie throws frag, I'm going to run. So it's one of the examples is contemplated as wait for my ally to do something, then I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
You don't change your place in the initiative order either doing that. Yeah. You just take it as a later action. Okay, so you're going to try and manifest once Octavia tries to rally you?
Yes.
All right. Noros, what are you doing?
Okay, so I can't move and take an action, so I'm going to take out my chainsword.
Okay. We've escalated.
That is my action then, correct?
No. I think a drawn weapon is free in this game because it's amazing.
That's a free action, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, free actions page 199.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Okay, so then I can make an attack.
You can.
Here we go with the old.
He does have disadvantage on his defense.
Oh, that's right.
Because he charged.
Oh, come on! I am fate pointing that.
Yeah, go ahead. I failed by 3 though, so.
Yeah, well, I rolled insanely bad.
Come on, you can do better than that. Let's see.
There you go.
So that's 4 net success levels. That is 11 points of damage. And the chainsword, I have a feeling it has a rending option. I believe cuts away their armor. Does that sound familiar? What are the traits?
It's got rend, right? Yeah.
Rend.
Yep, which cuts away armor. So as each hit takes away 1 point of armor, I believe. That is a consistent thing between this and Wrath and Glory.
Indeed.
Yep. Yeah! So it's cutting into their RBD's armor. So it is only going to be a 4 now instead of the 5 it has been. 8.
Wow.
We said 11, so it'll be... And I think the rend applies first, then we apply the armor. Does that sound right? Let's see.
Doesn't really say, so...
Let's see. I thought I had an example in it. Okay, here we go. Rend. Oh, it has to do wounds first, so no, it wouldn't reduce it first. So he does get the full, which is then. There you go. And I'm going to put the red for rend. Noros, anything else?
No, I believe that's it.
Okay. Lady Octavia.
I will draw my auto pistol and say to Icarus, what? It gave you a little jolt. Pull yourself together, man. And
Okay.
let's skip that one.
Nice. And
3
There
successful.
you go.
Nice.
And you're unstunned.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, and you use your superiority on that?
Oh, yeah, I should. No, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so how does that
That was
work then?
already high enough.
Does it reduce one condition or does it remove one condition?
It removes it.
Removes it. Awesome. Okay, so Icarus, you are no longer stunned. What would you like to do?
I've been upgraded. Snap 2, and I manifest as I metabolic overdrive.
And are you doing it cautious or incautious? Remember, you got that option. Yeah, incautious, you roll with advantage when you're trying to manifest. But once you go down that route, can't go back.
I am using superiority. This is what I saved it for, by the way.
Okay.
Are
you doing unrestrained? I can't remember what the nomenclature is. But
push.
Push, yeah. Are you pushing this or not?
I will, yeah, I think it's, sure. I'll make the GM happy. I'll push.
Here we go. And she gets rolled advantage, but you take, what is it, an extra your success level in warp charge or something like that?
Plus 1d10. Oh no, my friend.
Plus 1d10. That is pretty big. All
That's
right.
why it doesn't get used very. It's a pretty risky little maneuver. So plus one, it would get used a lot more if it was plus one rate charge load, whatever.
Make them fly in the air, Icarus. Make them break their hips.
Yeah, seriously. It's only to myself, unfortunately. Okay, metabolic overdrive.
Go.
Okay. That's satisfying. A +4 at 46.
I'm wrong about the having to do it all. I'm thinking of a different game. For pushing, you can do it and not do it back and forth, however you choose. It's other games there's other games where once you choose to go into like the over whatever it's called, the open whatever else, you're stuck in that phase. So that is amazing. Success with 4. So what is that? Is it another target for every 2 success levels or another success level?
I think it's every success level.
I thought you filled up the powers, I think, too, didn't you?
Let's see. Choose a number of creatures, including yourself, within short range up to the SL of your manifest tests. Until the start of their next turn, each target's speed increases 1 step, and it makes reflexes tests with advantage.
Excellent. All right. So then that's 4. So yeah, all 3 of you guys. It's nice of you to give some of the RBDs overdrive as well. But
choose a number of creatures.
Choose a number of creatures. So then what's your warp charge from this, and what's the extra from the push?
Let's see. It is 2 plus 5.
Okay. Yeah. So once again, Lady Octavia and Noros, you can feel that surge of adrenaline as Icarus's brain just blazes with psychic power. All right. Then it is their turn. All right. So the enforcer you hit, Noros, is hitting back. So go ahead and give us your defense if you'd like.
So now I don't have disadvantage, though.
You do not. You have just rolled normally. I did roll 5 degrees of success, or 4 degrees of success. Sorry. You want to fate point that?
What time is it? Yeah, I think it's a reasonable time to use my last fate point.
Okay.
Don't want to use them too early, but
nice. Okay, so that does reduce my degrees to 2. Which means you take 8 points of damage, but you can reduce it by your armor.
Which I didn't wear my armor.
So assume you got 1 point of armor. So that'll be...
okay, so 7 points of damage?
7 points of damage. And you are stunned. Minor stunned right now. Oh no, you're already minor stunned. You are disadvantaged, just like Icarus. Your fucking brain is scrambled. Icarus, this one in front of you says mutant scum. Go ahead. I'm assuming you're dodging once again.
I am indeed.
With advantage?
Yeah, it's only advantage if you dodge. It's not for melee, so keep that in mind, everyone.
Okay, so I got 4 degrees success again.
That sounds like trouble. Let's see here.
A capital T.
This is a new round?
Yep, you have your reaction back.
It's superiority is not until my turn, right? I don't get it back.
Start of your turn is when you get superiority back. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Want to fate that, or you?
I guess. Yeah. Let's see. We'll do it.
Okay.
Reflexes advantage. Negative Ghost Rider. Negative.
Okay.
That could be a fumble. I maybe not. I don't know if I'm on a dodge. I'm not sure.
Criticals and fumbles.
Oh, I think that's only on melee. Melee tests.
It doubles on an attack or fumbles. Doubles on a.
I think it's just on.
Yeah, it's only. It says on an attack. Are they specific examples?
Melee ranged. Yeah, melee ranged.
So it's not going to be on defenses.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, unfortunately, you are tagged. So it'll
Smashed again.
Yeah, 10 points of damage this time, which I think bumps you into.
It most definitely does.
Red territory. Now, I want to check one thing here. Oh, god dang, I should pick a book and leave that as my. I've got one of the core books open with the stats for your enemies, and I keep fucking using that one to try and look up rules when I got the other one in front of me. Dummy. Okay. All right. Whew. Then it is. Let's see here. I want to see if the stun has an effect when it exceeds your health. I wonder if you just get knocked unconscious as opposed to getting injured.
I mean, if nothing else, since I have reached my maximum wounds, I have to roll to stay conscious anyway. I have to make a fortitude pain test, I believe, to stay conscious.
Hold up. Oh, inflict. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not any difference. Yes, so why don't you give us a
fortitude pain?
Fortitude pain, yes, please.
All right. I am out.
Okay, so Icarus is down, and do we have to make a? I think you have to.
We do. Yep.
Okay.
I have a D10 plus 3 at whatever location I got smacked in.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. For hit location. Head.
All right.
When is a blow to the head ever hurt anybody? Come on. You're fine. You'll be good. Oh, crits from the back of the
pretty
book.
bad. It's no good. No good.
11, mangled ear. Blow tears your ear apart. You are deafened and bleeding. You gain a stun condition. That's not, yeah. So you are on. Remind me, how does the injury? Do you suffer an injury if it happens to be in the critical hit?
Yes, that's so the treatment part is lends itself to whether it's one of the critical injuries that could potentially, what they build up, they could kill you if you have too many of them. The injury part is the lingering part, like it'll last for a while. In this case, forever.
Yeah, your ear is torn off.
Right, amputation in essence. Yep.
Okay,
so that's the lingering part. So.
All right, so then Icarus is down, and that means Metabolic Overdrive has only played one encore, and then they are leaving for the evening. The other two are going to.
And
now,
I'm bleeding like a stuck pig too. It's just coming out of my head.
I will point out you could burn a fate point.
Oh.
void all incoming. The Emperor protects. You could void all incoming damage and not be affected by that.
Right. Let's see here. All right. Yes.
It's just postponing the inevitable.
What's that, James?
I think that's just postponing the inevitable at this point. We're all going down.
I mean, there's two of them. One is bailing, one is left for dead, and the other one is avoiding one particular swing, I guess, right? Emperor protects, yes. Sure.
Okay. So whether it is as you hear Adder Solaket's voice in your head, and you stagger back, surprised to hear it from her, and the mace misses you, so you do not take that damage.
Okay.
Okay. The other two are, one is watching the hallway, the other is drawing his hand cannon and waiting, because he seemed to be, oh no, Octavia, I don't want to leave you alone. He'll wade in and is going to try and get you. Would you care to defend?
I will dodge with metabolic overdrive.
You got
still
it.
good. Still
Yeah,
up.
it's up now. Oh, you can reduce your damage to Icarus. I'm not sure if you, because you would have ignored that last hit, which I think was a 7. Was it 7? Or was it
was more than that. It was 10. It was 10.
Oh, it was 10, right.
10 minus 1.
So
I added 9, so
Yeah.
I'll subtract 9 off this thing.
Okay, I failed by 1.
So does it matter then?
Yeah, we actually made the decision last time. The reaction is in response to a success, so you don't need to waste a reaction on this.
Okay, cool.
Then it's the end of the round, top of the round. Now, anyone with fate can choose to supplant the Arbites. One thing I will point out, Octavia, you've been here long enough. There are no Arbites who are stationed here.
No, we're not in the Imperium, so what the hell is he doing here? Oh, why not? It's getting on, so I'll use a fate point, go to the top, and I'll unload my auto pistol into the bastard.
Okay, so I think the way it works is it doesn't put you at the top of the initiative order. You choose when to act in it. So I'm not going to move you up. It just means your turn's going to go before him.
I'll go first then, and
yeah. Who are you shooting?
Lose a fate. The Arbiters.
Okay. I remember you only got an action still because this gas is still here.
Yep, so it's just the action. So I will use my superiority.
Nice.
I'm going to rapid fire the thing into him.
Okay. That gives
And
what,
let me
plus
just-
1 success level?
No. Rapid burst fire is... I will fire the burst. Rapid fire. I am going to. I get advantage, and then I add 3 damage when I hit.
Okay.
Yep. So let's do that. Sorry. Checking that thing out earlier.
Nice.
So. Superiority, advantage. Let's go! Oh, brilliant. Well, let's use our last
fate point?
Last fate point.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, just FYI, I thought it was... Oh, right. No, you're right. Advantage. Okay. So 1 success level. Nice. Okay, so he will try and dodge.
So that will be...
That's his reaction.
9 damage.
Yeah, and I failed, actually, at my dodge. So 9 damage. 6, yeah, because you got the +3. Okay, so any other traits with the auto pistol? Loud, rapid? No, okay.
No.
All right, so he is hit in the chest. Chips away at his ceramite armor. Then it is his turn. Oh, you technically can make... Oh, no, as an action. Never mind. His turn. We're into round 2 of the gas, by the by. He is not impressed with you, Lady Octavia, so he's going to fire at you. Seems like he was intent on taking you live, but he's going to shoot at you. Let's see here. I succeed with 2. You want to dodge?
Yep, so I'll dodge. That's with advantage, no superiority. Come on.
There you go. And that just takes away. There's no contested level, so he misses.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Oh, wait. Let's double check dodge. Because if it... 0, you can't have a 0 level of success. But let's just see what dodge does.
I think if he still has positive SL, does he have positive SL?
If this would reduce the success level of the range attack to 0 or less, the attack misses entirely. Okay.
Oh, good. Who's at 0 or less? Good,
yeah.
Good.
So then, he fires at you, and you duck out of the way, jacked up by Icarus's power. He didn't care for that, so what's he going to do? Nah, he's going to do nothing else. He'll stay where he is for now. He'll take cover, because he's no, take cover is an action, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, so he's not doing that. Does he have...
talents?
No, yeah. So that's it for him. Icarus, what are you doing?
I am... I guess, how far away is he?
1 zone.
1 zone, I think.
Do you think that's medium?
Yeah, medium. Psychic static. I'm going to smite, I believe.
Okay.
I'm going to smite. Oh, and at this point, I have a superiority to spend if I wish. I take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't need that for defense. I think I'm going to hold off. I'm pretty good at smiting. So
Are you
just see
pushing?
what happens
Again?
No.
Okay.
No. It really doesn't matter. Actually, well, it does matter because how much you go over matters. But
Yep.
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna go over anyway. So that's not really in question at this point. Even if I don't push, I'm going over.
Yeah, so you might as well, right? Like, what do you lose?
Yeah. Right. So
It's not like you're going to accidentally summon a demon and be facing it for several. Incidentally, you want to know what the induction ceremony is for the what do you call it? The Exorcist chapter of the Space Marines? Did you watch that today, James?
Yeah. I watched it.
Fucking awesome. The last thing they do, they get possessed by a fucking demon. And then if you're able to expel the demon on your own, then you become a member of the chapter.
Hardcore.
Yeah, they do not fuck around.
And what was this from? What was the watching? What did you watch?
Arbiter Ian. He's been doing like chapter backgrounds on. He's a YouTuber. He does chapter backgrounds on all the members, the chapters that took part in the Babab War.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome. There's some great ones that he's covered so far, but I think these are my favorites. And there was another one that was a pretty strong leader for me. But yeah, the Exorcist took over.
He's a good arbiter rather than this dick.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Right.
So what do you think? Are you pushing it or?
I'm not.
Not okay. Go ahead and give us your roll.
At the leader. Here we go.
And you got your +1 from your psychic focus in, right?
I do.
I think you have that set up already. Look at that. Holy
That's
smokes.
what I'm talking. He's pissed. He's
All
pissed.
right.
Chris is pissed.
Now, is it just flat damage? Like he's got armor? I know doesn't affect it, but is there anything else that plays in?
Let's see here. It is choose a creature with a medium range. The target suffers damage equal to 2, plus your willpower bonus, which is 4, plus the SL from your manifest test, which ignores armor.
Wow. All right, so it's 13 points of damage. Look at this. As your psychic wrath manifests on this thing. I mean, he's an RBD, so I think it's just kind of a, like, from here up, all you see is just like spittle flying out of his mouth. How much charge did you get from that?
2, which puts me 1 over. I'm at 9 out of 8.
And I think it's what, next round is when you need to make the...
I think I need to roll right now to see if I control it, and if I don't, the bad things happen.
Next round.
Early next round.
Did you say the best things happened in the next round? I think that's what I heard.
No.
Oh, my mistake. My mistake.
Just a little question. Did all of that just do that tiny amount of damage to it? Oh my god.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much to us.
Remember, we're going down, then up.
Oh, we're going up.
Yeah, guys, yeah.
I did the same thing, James. I did the same thing.
It's great.
James is like, okay, it's flee. We're just fleeing. That's all
I thought you were
we're
just
doing.
teasing Icarus.
There's some freaking demon prince that we've run into in the back alley.
All right.
Right.
So then, let's see here.
It's on page 166.
Yes.
Top left.
Challenging psychic mastery test.
Yes.
Speaking of gritted teeth. Oh, you got a sidekick there? There.
Oh, look at that. What's his or her name, James?
Medea
Oh.
Betancourt.
Good job, Medea.
Hi, Medea.
That's awesome.
My brain is just completely wired. I'm a good dog. No, not a dog.
I know.
Yeah, a very loving pair, these two.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's so
Don't have
close.
I know. I don't have fate. So, I mean, it'd be a no-brainer +1 fate spend, but I don't have fate.
Okay, yeah. And you're... Oh,
So
you're,
beginning of next turn.
yeah, and you had burned a fate today, I think, too, right? So you're...
I did.
Yeah,
I've done everything. I've tried to get it all in this
Heck
session.
yeah. It's good to make sure we're refreshing. It's boot camp.
Right. And there's a roll if the others care to see that I've lost control if they're paying attention. Right. Yeah.
It's tough to judge with Icarus some days.
Right. Well, I like that it's got an actual, it tells you, like it's got an actual test if other people are watching.
I will tell you, you had your stun condition cleared, so you could still move. I mean, you're engaged with this guy right now, so without disengaging...
Okay. You know what? Did we forget something? I'm unconscious.
No, you resisted it. That's why you blew that...
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I had to, I rewound incorrectly.
Yeah, rewound time, and you negated that hit.
I have to, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Your girlfriend saved you.
Right.
Okay, so then... I was just checking for...
So what did you just say, Kevin, before I incorrectly...
you could... I said... I sort of walked myself through another reminder of the rules. Like, well, you could move, because you still have a move action, but if you move...
But then I get a free attack if he has a reaction, right?
He has a reaction, try and brain you, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they've spent theirs, so I think I'd get whacked, so...
Not yet, not since the start of their round, no.
Yes. I don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna hang tight.
Okay. So then, Noros, you're up. What are you doing? So the Arbides, who was just fried with Icarus's smite, and seems to be, still smoldering, he is a zone away from you. So if, for instance, you decided to leave this dude and go and get him, that one would have a reaction to try and hit you. And I think that you can't defend against that.
Yeah, no, I think I want to try and finish this guy or whatever first if I can.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to try and crack him again.
Okay.
With the chainsword. And hopefully roll well. Yep, not bad.
I did get 3 success levels, so I will negate. And you don't have any fate points, I think, right?
No, I do not have any fate points left.
Hey,
They're all out.
Octavia's gone earlier this round. Then we have our baddies. So, Icarus. Let's go. I'll go right to left here. Icarus, are you going to? You have a reaction left, I think, right?
I do, and my superiority left too.
Yes. Okay. So you want to? Would you care to dodge this?
Yes.
Okay. Failed by 3, so don't even worry. Noros, would you like to? Oh yeah, you can still do damage on a contested defense, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so if you'd like to defend, go ahead and give us your roll. Fuck me, I failed by 4.
Woohoo!
Yes.
That is 5 points of damage. What's Chainsword's base damage? It's like 6, isn't it? Click on your. Oh, I can scroll up.
3. Yeah, it says 3/7.
There's Octavia. Right here. Here, Chainsword. Base is 7, yeah, so 7. Another benefit, Icarus burning the fate point. Icarus is not taking a critical injury? Oh. Yeah, no, of course not. Oh,
Yeah,
so you don't
I'm
lose
just
superiority,
remembering
right?
that we would have lost a superiority from the first.
I love how
CIP.
facile this game is in contrast of 4. We're not going to be spending months where we're like, oh yeah, that's a rule. It's a matter like one good boot camp session, we got it back in order here. Okay, so they that is 7 plus 5 is 12 points of damage. He only has 4 armor right now. So look at this. Oh! He staggers back. He is quite badly hurt. His armor is down to a 3 now, because you've rended him twice. Lady Octavia, would you like to dodge?
I'll dodge here.
Okay. You do not need to, because I missed you anyway.
Cool.
Then it is the end of the round, top of the round. The Arbites is going first, unless someone else chooses to do something. I don't think anyone's got any fate points, so you'd have to burn it in order to get it.
Right.
So then it is ooh. He's changed his priority of targets here. Let's make sure he's got no special ability he can do. Oh, I'm doing it again. There we go. I'm looking up rules, and I should be just leaving it on the page. Here we go. Your ability, Octavia, to give disadvantage, is that once per encounter, or is it a
Yeah, once
reaction?
per encounter.
Oh, shit. Okay. So he's going to try and do that. The reason is because he's going to try and... he got hurt so badly, he's going to yell out, "Take the psychic down!" Or, "Kill the mutant!" Only one is going to be able to respond to that, unfortunately. So, the one facing you, Icarus, you still have not used your dodge, so he's going to try and hit you again. Not so with that roll, so he misses you once again. You need not use your dodge. He seems pretty pissed. Then it is Icarus's turn. What are you doing?
Smite to the
I think first, don't we have a problem with brain leakage we need to deal with? Because you're at 9 over and you failed your...
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Let's go boom.
Potentially.
Yes. You are... Uh-oh. You are correct.
Okay, so if you fail this test... the raw, unconstrained horror of the immaterium rushes into the material universe.
Oh, God.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah. They make a routine intuition test and tell that you're no longer in control. So at the beginning of your next turn, if you're still alive,
Right.
the game knows it's setting. Roll once on the perils of the warp table, adding +10 for each warp charge you have over your warp threshold. Which is only 1, right? So that's...
Yep.
All right, so perils of the warp plus a 1d100 plus 10, please.
Yeah, right.
Come on. Times
+10. That's very
32.
That's
That
good.
is rattled. You catch a glimpse of something in the warp that sends a shiver down your spine. Gain frightened minor condition.
okay.
And if it doesn't say otherwise, it's 1d3 rounds, I think.
I think you're right. 1d5. 1d3? Maybe you're right.
Unless otherwise specified, at the end of each round, you can make a discipline fear check to remove it.
Oh, there it is.
So here's I have good news and bad news. The good news is you have advantage on awareness and intuition checks. The downside is anything else you have disadvantage on. But you
Right.
have purgated down to your warp threshold. So
Oh yeah.
fortunately, you see something. Some of your warp power bleeds out, but then you get to take your action. What are you doing? Oh no, you're still at 8. You don't get to get rid of everything.
Oh, really?
I don't think so, because otherwise it would be like +9, right? I think you just go back down to your warp threshold.
Well, I think if you lose control and roll on the perils, I think it goes to 0. But let's check.
Let's see.
Yeah, after determining the perils of the warp effect, your warp charge
resets to 0. And any powers you're sustaining end. You've been struck down by the cubicle 7 end of the sentence.
Yeah.
That rule
and
is harsh.
Metabolic overdrive is done. Metabolic overdrive is down.
Yeah, metabolic overdrive drops. But you are at 0 warp charge. There's a clarity in your eyes. What do you choose to do?
I'm smiting this son of a.
Okay.
Huh? I have disadvantage on this though, right? Do I have disadvantage on this?
Because you're scared. Yeah.
Source of my fear. Yeah. Let's do it. We got to do what we got to do.
Sorry, is it metabolic overdrive or smite?
No, I'm smiting. I'm smiting. If I can get this guy down,
And are
it
you
would be
pushing?
pretty big, I think. So that would cancel, right? That would cancel, and I would roll.
Exactly. Roll normally.
I would roll normally. Be pretty big.
Just thinking. You take out a renegade Arbites.
I think we might even get a superiority from downing this guy too. If this guy.
It's kidding about my superiority.
Sure, I will. I'll push.
Okay. Go ahead and make your check normally.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yes, normally. Gotta check that normally. Okay. And
Time for a good one.
I'm hurling more
Psychic
Psychic.
pools.
Yes.
Come on, big
where's
money.
Gotta get to the right button here. Smiting. Oh,
Oh,
No.
that is wrong.
oh, so close. Yeah, I guess you could burn a fate, I guess, again, but that's 2 in 1.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
That's too much.
All right, so go ahead and roll your warp charge. Do you get a lesser amount if it fails? Or is it always the same amount?
So you potentially get a lesser amount. So putting the push aside, you get your minus SL up to a cap of the power's warp charge.
Okay, so you're going to get 1 warp charge plus a d10.
Right.
Okay,
That
let's see.
is
It's a
the-
1d10 plus 1, I guess you could.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
true. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's see. Come on. Less than 8.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Oh.
Would you give us another challenging psychic mastery test? And this is at disadvantage because you're scared.
We're all scared.
Yeah. Come on.
So I have disadvantage on the when dealing with the target of my fear. Is that this? You think that's this?
No, you have
This-
disadvantage on all rolls other than
Oh, do I?
Yeah,
I was thinking
all
frightened,
tests related
right?
to the source of your fear. You saw something in the warp and you're about to split the warp open again. For fucking sure, you
Okay.
get. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Disadvantage, psychic mastery.
Come on. There you
Okay.
go, though. Look at that.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. So you managed to keep it together. You know whatever was in there. If you peeked your head back in the Imperium again, it was about to get you.
Yeah.
Then it is end of your round. You do get to make a what was it? Fortitude. No, what was it? The test.
Oh yeah, for the fear. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Discipline, probably, right? Discipline, fear.
Challenge, discipline, fear. Correct.
Okay.
Challenging rating. You do not have disadvantage on this.
Okay.
See if you can shake
There
it.
you go.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. So it will not get you, at least until your head pops next time. Noros.
The portal in my head slams shut once again.
This will be the last round of your stun. The gas is dissipating now.
Oh yeah, thank goodness. In the meantime, I need to get this guy off me so I can get over to their leader.
Okay.
So one more chainsaw.
Okay.
Wait, they're after us, right? Yeah. I'm gonna use my superior. We still have one superiority, right?
You sold one superiority. Yeah.
I've been forgetting to check that. So let's try and
6 success level. My
my
one is
goodness.
nothing compared to you. 5 net, which is what does it look like as you cut this guy down?
I think it's just like I can see that Icarus is in trouble and that the tides are turning. That one blow, I really felt that I wasn't wearing my armor, and it's just, panic sets in, and it's like, all right, we got to get to this guy. And so, he, just sort of knocks this guy aside,
yeah.
probably just killing him in the process. It was more just meant to like, get out of my way.
Guys, you get 1 superiority for that.
Yes.
These are challenging adversaries.
You're not kidding.
Yeah. So, Noros, you've done Lady Octavia. What are you doing?
I am dropping my empty auto pistol, whip out my las pistol.
Did you only have one
gonna-
shot in that?
Oh, I mag dumped it into the guy.
But remember that it's when you do your burst, it's not 1 point per mag. That just means like your mag goes down by 1.
It was rapid
Oh, I
fire,
thought-
though, right?
Yeah. Remember, like the
Three,
mags are
yeah, but
abstracted, so
three.
like they're just how many times you can make use of that ability.
Was it rapid fire, James, or burst?
Yeah, it was rapid fire. So it was rapid fire 3. So I thought it took the mag down by
Nope,
3.
it uses one
as well.
use of your ammo.
So
Oh,
I
in
think
that
that goes
case-
down by the rapid fire rating, and burst goes down by 1.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
thought.
maybe that's still. Well, let's take a look. You're probably right, but let's look anyway. Here we go.
Because burst is 1, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Rapid is page 125.
Yeah, I'm on that. Oh yeah, by the rapid fire rating. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right.
It's really sort of a one-shot pistol, this thing.
Yeah,
But
that's
I thought
really
the
kind of.
RPGs is worth it. Right, so I dropped that. I whip out my last pistol,
Okay.
and I'll burst fire that at the guy.
Nice. At the RBDs?
At the RBTs with 2 levels of superiority
Okay.
and no advantage.
0 levels of success in my dodge.
Come on, guys, let's have a little luck.
We need it.
That is technically a little luck. Now, did you burst though, right?
Yep.
Did that just
So that will, I get 1 more degree of success on top of it. Is that right?
Okay. So then it's 7 damage.
Yep.
Okay. 7 minus his 5 on armor means only 2, which means he is nearly dead, but that was enough to really put the fucking fear in him. He is a crooked cop. He's a crooked cop who just failed his resolve check. Lady Octavia, the gas is clearing. You guys need to survive this round. The one with you is going to try and get you, Lady Octavia. Would you like to... I guess I'll roll to hit and then you'll try and dodge. I did succeed with 1.
Okay, so let's get rid of the superiority.
That is 1, which brings me down to 0, which with a dodge is a miss. Noros, the guy who is at the end, he turns and fires at you for taking his friend down. Would you like to dodge?
I would like to attempt to dodge.
Okay.
So because we gained 1 superiority and I've used 1, do I still have 1? Is that the way that works?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember if rules was written, but we'll say you can.
Yeah.
Will you say, Sean?
I was going to say, I think it's 1 use. It's 1 use of the whole shebang.
Okay, 1 use.
Oh, okay. When you use it, you use however many you have. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and you used superiority in your attack, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's gone, and Metabolic Overdrive is not active anymore.
Right.
Yeah, they broke up as a band, so unfortunately, they're
Yeah.
not.
Much sad.
I missed, so that's not going to help. And then Icarus. This guy is, once again, going to try and get you down. Oh, I miss. Again, missed by 1. So you don't need to roll for dodge. Then, top of the round, he is going to try and get them to fall back. So, he failed. You can hear his voice waver and crack, Lady Octavia, as he turns, and he is then going to spend his move to run 1 more zone away. Icarus.
Let's see. So
Oh,
I think
yes.
you got a...
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you passed your thing, so your brain's still intact.
Yeah, everything good. Do I have a guy in front of me?
You do.
I do. Yeah. And their leader is now long range, is that right?
He's long range now, yeah. He's 2 zones away, which I think is long range.
Yeah. That's what I figured, yeah. Too long. That is out of
2
my
zones away.
range, that son of a gun. I will attack the guy right in front of me then.
Okay.
Smite him.
Okay. Go right ahead.
The Emperor's Fury.
Are you going to push?
I am definitely not going to push. Oh, you know what? I am 3 over. Let's see. Because either I'm gonna have to, if I don't purgate, I'll have to roll for control again at the end of my round. So,
What are you thinking?
ooh. I am. Yeah, I'm gonna smite this guy. I'm gonna try to smite him and keep control.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at keeping control, so it's not crazy, but
Yep.
it's not great.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to smite this guy.
That pain in your
Okay.
hip every time it rains tells you you
Yeah.
absolutely are in control.
Right. And I do have superiority, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to save the
You guys
superiority.
have 3. You've broken his resolve. You have 3 superiority now.
Oh, wow. I am going to not use it here.
Okay. Are
Here
you
we go.
pushing or no?
No, not pushing, you
Okay.
dealer. You pusher. You're a pusher. Okay.
A 1,
Okay.
so that's 7. So, okay. All right.
So 2, what is it? It's it was damage is 2 plus 4 plus the
7
yeah,
is
the-
listed on your power, actually.
Oh, good job. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you once again kind of lash out at this guy. Give us your whoopsies. Your psychic mastery check.
All right.
Think you held it in.
Okay.
Challenging difficulty.
I am going to use it here. I'll use my superiority here.
Okay.
So it's 3, right? Plus 3?
3. Yep, that's right.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
There you go. Awesome. Okay. Noros, what are you doing? You're not engaged right now.
Yeah, okay. So and now I can move as well.
You can.
Okay, I'm going to move you know what? Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move to the guy on Icarus, and I'm going to try and knock him right off of Icarus.
Okay. So if you engage, I don't think there's an outnumber benefit.
I'm gonna use my superiority with 3, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so here we go. Chain sword him.
Yep. Oh wait, yeah, he can dodge. Hold on. Or
Yeah,
try
you
and
can
defend.
dodge.
I got a critical success,
Ooh.
which I can't remember if that.
There is an outnumbering, by the way, for the future. I just found it.
What's that?
But for if one side outnumbers the other at least 2 to 1, they have advantage on melee tests.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, that's
Where was that?
57.
214,
2-1-4.
left column.
Okay. Two, 1-4, left column.
Outnumbering, upper left.
Oh fuck! Sorry, I was looking at on the sidebar, not the column. Yeah, that's great. Okay, cool. Okay, then Imperium Maledictum, you make me miss the block of text or block of modifiers.
Yeah. Page 161. I've got it memorized now.
Yeah, comes up so much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. That'll be the real test of whether Graham really likes Warhammer Fantasy 4th, is
right.
his appreciation of the block of modifiers.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it is... critical. I was seeing if there was a effect on a critical on a parry. If you are defending using melee skill and you roll a critical, you deal the critical hit to your opponent. So I did get 3 degrees of success, so I did cancel yours, Noros, and he does get a critical hit on you. So it's would you give us a? Ooh, is it 1d10 or 1d100? 1d10. Noros, give us a 1d10 roll. Let's figure out where it is. The 7 is. Say hit locations here. Body to your body. 9. Fractured hip. You're hitting the hip, causing your bone to fracture. You are knocked prone. You have disadvantage on tests that rely on mobility, and your move is reduced by 1 step. Additionally, you must make a challenging fortitude pain test or be stunned for 1 minute.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so challenging.
Now, hold on, you would have actually had advantage. I mean, this won't make a difference in the things, but you would have had 3 success levels, which means he won't actually hit you and do damage. It's just the crit. So you would have damaged him then. So that's 8 points of damage on him.
Where is this?
You're rolling fortitude pain.
Oh, fortitude. Oh, pain is only if you have it.
Yeah.
Right.
2 success levels. Okay.
Oh, hold on, that's incorrect.
Oh,
I got to re-roll that. I don't have superiority.
Okay.
Hold on. Fortitude. You roll that correctly.
There you go. Okay, you're good. So you're not stunned, but you do have a broken hip.
Yikes.
So under injuries, you can put broken bone minor on your hip.
Broken bone minor under injuries.
Okay, so you are down on the ground with a busted hip from this attempt at a parry. Lady Octavia.
Oh, tempting as it would be to drop my last pistol, unsling my last gun, and shoot this guy in the back, I will instead dodge around and try and shoot the one that's just struck my loyal bodyguard.
Okay.
So sacrificing myself, not taking the one in front of me.
Yeah.
But
Go
I
ahead
think
and
this guy needs to
give us,
fuck off into the universe.
He has used his defense, so he cannot defend. Or his reaction.
Another advantage of this thing.
He's engaged, right? Is there?
He is
there
engaged, yeah.
Is there a negative for shooting into?
I don't remember.
I believe it's -1 SL, and if that causes you to miss, it hits another party. In the
if you're
engagement.
firing into melee, you mean?
Right. Is that not what's happening? I thought that was happening.
That is what's happening. I don't. Let's see here.
So the fact that
Field dodge.
Armsman Norris is on the ground and out of.
But I'm engaged with them. I think.
There's 2 of them engaged.
It is in. It is on page 314.
314.
Deep. It's deep.
Yeah. What's going on? Shooting into
Upper
melee.
left.
There we go. That's an optional rule.
Oh, optional.
Yep. That's GM's toolkit. That's optional. We're not gonna play with that.
Okay.
Just because it's for some of these optional rules I do like, but this game is so gun heavy that like there's a reason that a lot of modern games don't have that penalty in it.
Yeah.
Same with counting every bullet.
Okay. Let's see if this is going to do the job.
Yeah.
Come on, a bit of luck. 99.
Lady Octavia, you really need to track those rounds. I think we end our session with you turning to shoot this guy, and you hear just an extremely unsatisfying click of the trigger mechanism activating, and nothing happens. Now, geez Louise. Oh, that's terrible. But that is a perfect way to end our session. Noros has a busted leg. Icarus has a brain full of psychic warping, and Lady Octavia has just emptied out her second weapon in this combat. You guys do get the usual, 100 XP we've been given per session?
That sounds correct.
I think that sounds right. How much XP do you have right now? Actually, that won't help because I gave you such a dump last time.
Yeah. I have 1100. Octavia, you had 13 something, right?
I think 100 per session is what we've been doing.
I think it is.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Well, I know what I'm spending mine on, and I better use it straight away.
Toughness or
advancement?
It's the disappearing retreat or whatever it's called.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Intriguing one.
And you guys get all your fate points back too.
Oh, that's right. My two fate points.
Mm-hmm. Experience. 90. There we go. All right. Oh, it doesn't say here. Well, anyway. So then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for this impromptu session of Imperium Maledictum, because the character sheet was not working for the Rogue Trader game. Apologies for the rockiness for some of the rules and whatnot for the session. Just it was a matter of refreshing our memories. We literally only figured this out about 15 minutes after we were getting the last game set up. So again, hope forgive us for any errors we may have made. But if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the campaign, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to the many Warhammer games that we run on the channel, as well as most other games and campaigns we run, as well as links to channels dedicated to find a friend, or find a group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat. There's a terrific community over there, friendly, helpful, and knowledgeable, and you are more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games, the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they do not have something in stock that you're looking for, you can put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MuserFrost listed down below, and you'll save yourself 10%. Now, at the time of recording, they are having their holiday sale, and you can't use the discount code and the holiday sale, but the holiday sale is, if I remember, a little better than what that discount is. And if you are listening to this at a later date, just come back to one of our more recent videos. If this is after January 15, 2025, come back to one of our more recent videos, and we'll have the current discount code listed there. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages, which is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, an incredible organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. All donations through that link go directly to them. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to benefit the kids who are serviced by SOS Children's Villages International. And that's a small way of saying thank you. This year, we have one more charity session. We'll be doing one more mashup, and that's taking a classic RPG campaign or game, adventure or campaign, and mashing it up with RPGs it is not designed to be played with. And this time, the final one is the Kenneth Heights Outstanding Dracula Dossier campaign. I have 4 games selected that I think will be unconventional picks for this, a proper way to wrap up the year. I'm also, if you're curious as to why I look my stupid mustache, I am participating in the Movember event at the time of recording, which is why I'm sporting this dirtbag mustache. And if you, we don't have anything set up for the channel for this, but if you do know anyone if you are inclined to donate to support men's health, a men's health organization, the Movember is active in the entire English-speaking world, I believe. And you just find someone who is doing it, that I'm sure you know someone with a stupid mustache as well. Chances are they may be growing it only for this month. If you do, I'd encourage you to make a donation through their link as well. Last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our grim dark heroes. When faced with the challenges of not being able to return to the Mortis Probati, our heroes laced up their boots, got on their chatty or their psi focuses, and got ready to make conversations with other rogue trader houses and face the danger. So thank you very much for playing today. This was a lot of fun and good reminder of what I like about Imperium Maledictum so much. So James, Jeffrey, and Sean, thank you so much for playing tonight, guys. We'll be back in Footfall. What form that will take, we'll have to find out in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes, our grim and perilous heroes, grim dark heroes, I guess. Grim and perilous is tomorrow morning. Are facing. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.